Poirot, where on earth did you find these files?
On a fire at the bottom of the garden at campsite.
All right, but where did the person who burned them find them?
Let's use our gray cell.
Read the construction documents. Okay. Oh, whoops.
Poor Mr. Pryor.
Alice Asher, shopkeeper in Andover. Tracheitis, hemoptysis, chronic cough with loss of blood. Prescribed laudanum-based cough medicine. Betty Barnard, waitress in Bexhill. Chronic bronchitis, causing dysphonia. Advised to stop smoking.
Okay, sure.
Alexander Bonaparte Cust.
Alright, guys, I'm gonna get
While
off
wounded,
VC.
Okay.
mustard gas and
Good night.
Okay.
Money. Have a good
Bye-bye.
night.
Night, Monty.
Hemoptysis, coughing fits with blood. Suffers from absences and amnesia.
Oh God! I just realized his name.
What?
Alexander Bonaparte.
Alexander Bonaparte Cust.
Oh,
wounded,
son
Oh,
of a-
ABC.
Pulmonary emphysema. Hemoptysis.
And
Coughing
he's
fits
a
with
World War
blood.
One vet.
Suffers from absences and amnesia. Dick Dudley Dunbar,
Amnesia.
owner of the Black Swan
Black
Hotel.
That's
in
a
Doncaster.
great name.
Asthmatic,
DDD.
heart disease, heart condition. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Well,
Let's go.
I
Nah,
just
my little
thought-
brain cells are tired.
Who come from?
Where did the document?
The actual name is visible on the. Let's see.
No,
No,
no, not her.
no. It says Thor Gray saw a door-to-door salesman coming towards the house on the day of the murder.
But where did they come from? Why?
Let's see. Medical
Hmm.
records have been consulted
Yeah.
recently. All the victims from. There we go. Document come from Dr. Clark's patient patient records.
The burned documents are medical records, and without a doubt, they come from Clark's archives. First of all, because all the patients have throat conditions. And secondly, their name starts with either A, B, C, or D, and it is precisely the files that match these letters that have been tampered with.
But why burn these files? How come the names of the two victims appear on them? And who are the two other patients?
These are very good questions.
I
Telephone.
want to answer the phone. Can't they just text?
Mm.
Yeah, in like 19 whatever.
Hello, Poirot.
1935.
Chief Inspector.
You wanted a stocking seller? We have one. Reported by his landlady who thought he was behaving suspiciously. He has the most unbelievable name.
Alexander.
Alexander Bonaparte Cust.
Yes, Alexander Bonaparte Cust? How did you guess? Poirot, you have magical powers.
Yes, I do.
Seriously,
Mm.
I called Doncaster. A person matching Cust's description has been seen at the station. He got off the train from London, but after that, nobody knows where he went.
Keep the Black Swan. Yep.
Where's it?
Look for him at the Black Swan Hotel.
What? How do you know he's there?
Trust me, Chief Inspector.
You appear to be very sure of yourself. Very well, I'll call the Black Swan straight away. The owner is going to get a shock when he learns that there's a murderer under his roof.
Call instead of Jen. Wait a minute.
Encourage drop.
Do your best, Jap.
You can count on me.
Hastings, everything is at stake. With a little luck, our main suspect will soon be under lock and key.
Telephone.
So has Cust been arrested?
Yes, the Doncaster police are sending him by train.
That is good news. But why so gloomy, Chief Inspector?
Well, when I told the hotel owner that he was sheltering a murderer, he collapsed.
He's dead?
Oh.
No, fortunately, but it has taken its toll on him. It has to be said that with his name starting with the letter D, he had every reason to fear Cust. I bet he was going to be the next victim.
Chief Inspector, I believe that I share responsibility for this incident.
What do you mean?
I saw Mr. Dunbar's medical records. His heart was weak. I should have warned you.
It's very honest of you to tell me that, Poirot. I appreciate your gesture.
Please keep me informed of his progress.
You can count on me. I'll do what's needed.
I will visit him at his bedside when the killer is caught.
That's typical of you, Poirot. We should focus on the next part of the investigation in order to avoid other incidents. While we're waiting to question Cust, we could search his room in London.
Where does he live?
The Marbury Guest House?
I'll see you there.
Yes, but start without me. First of all, I have to sort out a few details for Cust's transfer.
I understand. À bientôt.
What?
So just like that, we
Hastings,
caught the
are
killer.
making good progress. Please go and search the room of our number 1 suspect.
I can't believe literally his
Pleasure.
initials are
I
ABC.
did have a dentist appointment, but
Nice.
I'll cancel.
I did have a dentist.
No!
So that is why you were so nervous and bad-tempered.
A
Understandable.
visit to the dentist is never an enjoyable
Fair.
prospect.
Fucking
Once an
straight, yeah.
unavoidable one. Go to your appointment, Hastings. I will manage on my own.
No. Avoid.
Avoid the dentist. Avoid those sadists.
To Marbury Guest House, please.
So, is it possible we're actually finishing this game tonight?
Like,
Oh my gosh. We might.
I mean, we just caught the killer. I can't believe. I
Get
can't believe,
out of over it too soon.
Let's do this.
I
believe
think
with
there's
his name.
quite a bit left.
Our brain cells together.
No, I'm gonna close my eyes for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And
those
I.
little gray cells.
How do you do? You must be Mr. Hercule Poirot. Chief Inspector
Hercule
Jack told me
Poirot.
that you might be coming.
My hand is asleep.
Let's see. Get annoyed seeing her puberty.
Let her peel potatoes.
You may be of valuable help to me.
It would be my pleasure to help you.
Yeah,
Will there
let's
some
just be a
journalists
random
there as
Karen.
well?
I think you might even be interviewed. You are key witness.
I've suspected him for some time, but he appeared so harmless. Oh yes, sometimes
Please,
he got angry and
put the
waved his
knife
arms
down,
at me,
ma'am.
but even
Especially
then,
when you
he
move
wasn't
around like that.
frightening, and he was as gentle as anything immediately afterwards. It
Oh
was
my
only
God,
this
Carmen.
morning that I understood. He told me he was going to Cheltenham, but my daughter saw him at Euston Station. It's not the right station. To get to Cheltenham, you have to take the train from Paddington. And what's more, Mr. Cuss left behind an ABC with Doncaster underlined. As you can imagine, when I saw that, I called Scotland Yard.
The most useless place
Mhm.
for observation. Ask her how she knew about the ABC.
Congratulate.
Well done. You were right. He did go to Doncaster.
So I was right to warn the police.
Tell me, did you have
Must
any
sound
other
like
reason
Florida.
to suspect Mr. Cust?
Well, he's odd. Sometimes he coughs really loudly and complains that his throat is burning, and sometimes he talks to himself and stares into space. He told me that it was because of a wound he got in the war. His head hasn't been quite right since, he said. And then he was in Churston when that millionaire got murdered. I found his train ticket when I washed his coat. He didn't want me to wash his shirt. He washed it himself. But I did see big brown stains on it.
Ask her if it was blood. Ask where the stains were.
Where
Stains
were the
were.
stains on the shirt?
On the collar and on the buttonholes.
Cut used to travel for his work. Is that correct?
Oh, it wasn't for pleasure. He was always unwell on trains. But he had to sell his stockings around England. I have to respect my engagements, he used to say.
Do you know where Cust was at the time of the murder in Andover and Bexhill? On June the 21st and July the 25th?
No,
Almost
I
a
don't know.
month apart.
That was a while ago, you know.
But surely you keep a register.
It won't do you much good. Mr. Cuss rents his room for the year. If he goes away for a few days, I have no reason to make a note of it. Ah! I remember one thing. Bexhurst by the sea, right?
Indeed, it is a large seaside resort.
Well, as it happens, at the start of July, Mr. Cust asked me to repair his bathing dress. Suspicious, huh?
Very interesting. Please continue.
I also forgot to say that he started buying newspapers that talked about the case.
For more details on the newspaper, ask where he started buying the newspapers. Which one?
Started buying.
When did he start buying the newspapers?
Let's see. I think it was just after the millionaire's murder in Churchton. He didn't seem all that interested before that.
That will be all for now. I'm going to take a look at his room.
Take the key on the counter.
I should check the register. Mrs. Marbury may have been hiding.
I don't think my register will help you. Mr. Cuss rents his room all year. If he goes away for a few days, I have no reason to make a note of it.
The truth is becoming apparent, and I have something to say to Mrs. Marbury.
Well, we see it. Okay, why not?
I guess he saw it.
This woman appears to be in a good mood. Mrs. Marbury is in a good mood. She is working very precisely in producing incredibly thin peel. Mrs. Marbury, if I am to believe the register, you rented room 306 to a certain Mr. Fishman on the day of the Bexhill murder. Room 306 is Cust's room. Can you explain yourself?
Yes, I remember. Just for one night as a favor. Mr. Cust was away, all my other rooms were taken, and poor Mr. Fishman had nowhere to go.
What do you guys think?
Be understanding.
Kuro? Ready?
Yeah, we
It doesn't
might
matter,
get some.
provided that you remembered to change the sheets.
Oh, do you think so?
That's weird.
Oh,
That
well.
is weird.
Got ego points out of it.
Shall we? 306.
Oh, good.
Is there a
Smash it.
mirror? There's a mirror. Is that a mirror? Yes, it is.
All those ego points.
The Bexhill Daily paper, dated from the day of the Bexhill murder. Trousers, white shirts, everything has been washed very well. Most probably the basting dress repaired by Mrs. Marbury's expert hands. All the main articles referring to the ABC case are here, from the Churchton murder onwards. Nothing before that date.
President didn't have any on the previous two.
ABC guys, enough to sign about a dozen murders.
Oof.
Oof.
ABC guy. It's closed.
Really?
Open it.
Well, open it, asshole.
It's
Do we have
closed.
anything to open it with? A
Nope.
key.
Use it.
Ah,
Fine. Fuck it. For the sake of science. Nope.
Wow. It totally would work IRL.
Big thing.
mm-hmm.
Typewriter.
Oh, here's a knife.
There we go. Nothing interesting to
Wait.
say about the knife?
Oh, wait. Probably have to rotate it.
A long-bladed knife. A
There it
murderous
is.
weapon. This object would probably be useful to me.
A
I love how
murder.
you can
And-
use his knife with his fingerprints. Okay.
Yeah.
It's an ABC.
Continue.
I think he's wearing gloves.
Yeah.
Cast is parsimonious. He keeps his pencils and sharpens them until there is nothing left. It is clear that he did not grow up in luxury. I have to get the ribbon. How am I going to do it?
Oh, God, no. Hey, there's the eye.
Something is
Hmm.
blocking the ribbon.
I have no
Oh, wait,
clue.
wow, it's actually the beginning of the
ribbon
last
is
letter.
jammed.
Okay.
I don't know anything about fucking.
I'm too tired to know anything about it.
The left-hand
There we
heel
go.
has been removed.
Yeah.
Let's move the right one.
Let's do the right one now.
The
There we
right-hand
go.
heel
Easy.
has been removed. Something is blocking.
I'm still blocking the ribbon.
There we go.
There we
And
go.
here is the ribbon. Let us see if it was indeed used to write the letters sent by ABC. I only need the ink ribbon for my inquiry. I will let Jack clean the keyboard if he wishes.
Mm.
All the letters announcing the murders were written on Cust's typewriter. John Milligan, Managing Director, Silky Legs, Frederick Street, Leicester. To A.B. Cust, Marbury's Guest House, 1935, May the 21st. Dear Sir, further to our letters dated 5th and 10th of the month, we confirm we are you as door-to-door salesman, according to the conditions stated in our previous letters. We will send you the articles by mail and also a Redfield typewriter you will be using for every business letter. Regarding the schedule of your rounds, please do as following. June 21, Andover. Arrive by train the 20th in the evening and get a room at Station Hotel. Start your turn in the north part of the town. This letter establishes that Cust went to Andover, but the ink has hidden the destinations of his other trips. I know from Mrs. Marbury that he went to Churston. I just have to show that he went to Bexhill, and I will have proved that he was present at all the crime scenes. Did Cust drop it when he opened the window? Or was it Mrs. Marbury while she was cleaning?
Okay, now let's open this box.
It's a box.
It's
This knife is very useful.
blue.
Who knows? Maybe it never cut anything other than string. Stockings.
Stockings.
Just
Stockings.
stockings. Is this a bed?
How hopeful. This place is a real mess.
Mess!
Ah.
Fuck, I hate to see what he thinks my room is.
Hello, mine.
Yours is cleaner than mine.
The least we can say that Mr. Cust is not very concerned about order and balance.
Bullshit.
It's cleaner than your place. Ooh.
Laudanum Cameron's Chemists. Laudanum, a medicine for coughs. It is what Dr. Clark prescribed for Mrs. Asher. This subject would probably be useful to me.
I'm gonna just start taking these drugs. Thank you.
Sedative.
Diethyl barbituric acid, Johnson Company.
Johnson
I know
and
this
Johnson.
medicine. It is a powerful sedative.
It kind of just says
The
sedative.
subject will probably be used.
I will take all the drugs.
Yeah.
All the
Shove it
drugs,
down my
thank
throat.
you.
Okay. Anything else?
There's a door.
That's the door we came in.
Is it?
War of
Okay.
1914-1918. By the King's order, the name of Corporal A.B. Cust, Devonshire Regiment, was published on the London Gazette on May the 10th, 1918, as mentioned in a dispatch for gallant and distinguished service. An army dispatch, wounded on the Somme front, victim of a gas attack. Corporal Cust greatly deserves his distinction.
Else? Alright, looked at everything in there.
It is now the right time.
What?
What's the thing hanging over the bed?
It's a picture, but I,
Nothing.
yeah,
Cool.
nothing.
The least we can say that Mr. Cust is not very concerned about order and balance.
Yes. Cabinet or not the cabinet? The no. Huh.
Oh, maybe something about the letter?
No.
Just for shits and giggles. Nope.
Did Cust drop it when he opened the window? ABC guys, enough to sign about a
Oh, hello. Oh, no.
stockings.
What about? Did we look at the oh my god, what's the word? The nightstand.
I tried.
The least
Nope.
we can say that Mr.
Oh.
Cust is not very
Okay.
concerned about order and
Nope.
balance.
Apparently nothing about the nightstand.
Fix your hair.
Be something else.
What's on the other side of the paper? Nothing.
Nothing.
Something.
Damn.
It's a thick
John
paper.
Milligan, Managing Director.
No, shut up, Perot.
Dear sir, regarding the schedule of this letter establishes
Yeah, I was wondering if we could get rid of the ink, but search Cust room.
You are. We did it.
Missing something.
Is there more to it?
stockings.
Talking.
Dun, dun.
Fuck it.
Are you sure you got everything in the wardrobe?
Oh!
This dark
Oh.
What the
stain
fuck was that?
could be blood, but goodness knows how
It was
long
right
it
next to
has
the
been there.
door.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Where was Cust at the time of the Brexit murder? Someone else on July. That's the time of. Betty had a photo of her and Donald. Key to Abe. No. Brexit held local paper day and the day of the murder was found in Cust's room. Cust was probably in Brexit on the day of the murder.
killed
The
anyone,
register
no?
shows that Cust did not sleep at the guest house on the day of the murder. Where was he? Bexhill. The Bexhill paper reveals it. Cust bought this newspaper in Bexhill on July the 25th. No use continuing the inspection of this room. I've seen all there is to see.
Yeah, I see. It's right. It was right there,
Okay.
underneath the
Okay.
sink.
Goodbye, Mrs. Marbury. Thank you for your help.
Bye.
Mm.
Get out.
Hi,
Ah, Chief
Taylor
Inspector.
Peary.
I was about to leave.
Good evening, Chief Inspector. Welcome. Please excuse me, I must go to the kitchen. I'll leave the key of Mr. Cust on the counter.
I'm sorry I'm late. I've spent ages with the Doncaster police. And you?
I have established one fact. On 3 occasions, Cust was at the scene on the day of the crimes.
Let's examine. Anything else? Doesn't look big.
I had best talk to Jap.
Okay, don't look at him.
I've listened closely to what you have to say, Poirot. For me, there's no doubt Cust is guilty. Do you have any element that might prove the contrary?
That is what we're going to look for. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Is Cust guilty? Was it possible for Cust to have killed the 3 victims? Ooh, this is a lot of them. Hopefully we don't have the brute force. He has ABC guys at home.
Job, so that's no.
He had blood on him.
There's part of it.
He suffers from hemophysis. He brings up blood when he coughs. Oh.
Oh.
Cust was in Andover the day of Alice's
one
Ash's
of 'em.
murder. He lied about his destination.
Could be another.
He has a knife like the one used to stab Sir Carmichael. He keeps the newspapers that talk about the murders. Cust was at Brexhill on the day of Betty Bernard's murder. All letters sent to Bro came from this typewriter. Cust was in Churchton on the day of... let's go with this one. Cust
Go.
was in all the towns. Are there any common points between Cust and the killer? Let's see. All the
B
letters sent to
typewriter.
Bro- Yep.
The ABC murder.
Let's see. He has AB guides at home.
Maybe the knife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He could have committed these crimes. Is Cust's behavior suspicious? He lied about his destination. He keeps the newspaper that talk about the murders. He had blood on him.
The evidence against Cust is overwhelming. His presence at the scenes, the knife, the blood-stained shirt, the ABCs in a box.
C'est vrai. However,
Mm.
the blood Mrs. Marbury saw on Cust's shirt may have been his own. According to his medical records, he suffers from hemoptysis. The murderer cut Sir Carmichael's throat from behind, and the blood spurted outwards. You would expect the murderer's shirt to be stained on the sleeves, not on the buttonholes, yet we see quite the opposite. You would expect the murderer to keep the newspaper articles about his crimes. But Cust's collection starts in Cheston, as if it discovered the case rather late.
I agree it's troubling, but it doesn't change my mind. There's small details that we should be able to clear up by questioning Cust.
When can we talk to him?
Doncaster is sending him to us on the first train.
Are they questioning him already?
He says he can't remember a thing.
It's plausible. Doctors say he suffers from absences and amnesia. Mrs. Marbury has confirmed this.
He may have done the murders in an altered state.
A familiar situation.
It's not enough to clear his name. Dr. Thompson insisted that even if you don't know what you're doing, you never commit a murder without wanting to.
Très intéressant. I shall remember that.
Right. I'll go and examine the suspect's room.
Chief Inspector, I took the liberty of removing a few clues to examinatum.
All right, we'll discuss them tomorrow. In the meantime, I'm going to see if you've missed something.
Very. Three. Scotland Yard.
Okay, go to Scotland Yard. Actually, do you guys want to call it here and we'll finish this next time?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, 'cause
tired.
we're all tired.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought like immediately since we identified the killer, it's like, okay, this is gonna wrap up immediately. Nope. So we'll
So
finish.
much.
Hopefully, we'll finish this next time.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Good
Alright.
idea.